Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be reacting to DBG ranking the best power forwards in NBA 2K22 MyTEAM. I reacted to a few of DBG's videos last year, and I'm excited to react to this one as well. See what his takes are and see what we agree on, what we disagree on, and all that stuff. Before we hop into it, if you haven't, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 2,500 subscriber mark on the channel. Also, if you haven't, make sure to go subscribe to DBG as well. I would assume the large majority of y'all are subscribed to DBG. He's one of the biggest and best content creators in the MyTEAM community, but if you have not yet, make sure you go show him some love. I will leave his links down in the description, and yeah, without further ado, let's hop right into it and see what he has to say. So
what is going on, guys?
I'm turning down the volume just a little bit because I think it might be a little bit loud. So
this is the DBG channel, so
that's probably looks better.
You're seeing another tier list right now. So today we are going to be
going skip the intro just a little bit, but go drop my boy a follow.
And yeah, so we're just going to be trying to upload a little bit of FIFA on that channel. I have this pulled into the wrong position.
He's looking over stats for this. Interesting.
So average. Like,
I didn't know he was looking over stats. That's so interesting.
Still only a 74 speed. His defense is decent. Don't get me wrong. Defense is decent.
Charles Oakley's always one of those cards who's like
can't play in the post.
a decent budget card when he gets a good card, but this card's not that good. Kind of small.
No.
He's got good athleticism for center though. I'll say that.
Is he D tier?
But he's small.
Probably.
Is he D tier? I mean, sure. I'm gonna go with that. Honestly, I haven't used Charles Oakley yet, so I really couldn't tell you.
Got Chris Boucher.
B or A.
This guy is a
good card. Really good card.
Chris Boucher, once he goes to a Ruby, he's slow.
Really good card.
Don't get me wrong, he's slow.
At power forward, he's not as good at center, but he's a really good card.
88, which is good.
And his jumper's super easy to green. Like really easy to green.
He also becomes a Beyblade when he's at Ruby. 79 3-ball with one of
the easiest releases. Beyblade. He loves the post spin this year. That makes me laugh. His release is super easy to green though, like so damn easy.
Only play a power forward, or say, can only really play a 10.
I agree with A tier though.
But I'm still thinking I'm gonna put him A tier.
Yeah, I mean he's a darn good card.
If you are coming up against Shaq, Dikembe,
well, yeah,
Gilmore.
Okay, but most centers, except for the top few, get murdered by the Shaq, Dikembe, Wilt, artists type cards. Like Serge Ibaka gets murdered by them too, but a lot of people still run Serge Ibaka, so it's kind of the way it is in this game.
They eat Chris Boucher alive.
Yeah, that's true.
So run Chris Boucher at your own risk.
He's not wrong.
That's all I'm gonna say. Run Chris Boucher at your own risk, but just know that he is very, like, if you're playing against like an Ibaka, he's
great stretch big though.
Like he's poor man's Ibaka.
Yeah, he is. I would agree with that. He's a poor man's Ibaka. I think that's actually really good to describe for a budget player. Great stretch big.
And this guy right here is
Dirk
the
Nowitzki,
definition of
I like him. He's really easy to green with too.
He is so good at shooting. 79 3-ball for him is one of the biggest lies in this game.
Honestly, very similar to Chris Boucher. They're both super easy to green with. Every time they're open, it's going to be green. He's a decent defender too. Good athleticism.
His lateral's really good.
No shooting badges, but he's still easy to green with. Every card is.
Speed is okay. He's the pro 3 behind the back.
Yeah, I agree. He's an A tier. I don't think he's S tier, but really good.
Is surprisingly gonna go into A tier.
I agree. Yep,
like,
that's where I would put him.
He's been in and around my squad for quite a while.
Good start,
to be honest. He really has been in and around my squad. Like, I sometimes choose to use Derek Jones Jr. I sometimes go against using Derek Jones Jr. It all really depends. I
don't use any of these guys so far, but I did use Boucher and Derek Jones Jr. for a decent bit. They're both really solid cards.
In my main squad, like, okay, he belongs here in A tier.
Who's next?
So next we're going with
Jaden McDaniels. Is that who that is?
Jaden McDaniels.
That is Jaden McDaniels. His jumper's good.
McDaniels in B tier, honestly.
Why are there so many ads?
Like, a lot of people might have him a little bit lower. A lot of people might have
his jumper's good.
I think when he gets his Evo,
but
his speed is a little bit slow. But he's
6'9" speed is really slow. But he is a good shooter, definitely. I agree.
Gets him all the shooting badges.
No defensive badges. Low defensive stats. He's 6'9", which is good size for the 4. Decent size, but he can shoot.
So next we have got Maurice Lucas. So
no idea.
Next. This guy right here has been good in some.
Similar to Charles Oakley, literally have not looked at the card or his stats. I'm just gonna agree with DBG here because I don't know.
Some years of 2K. But he's been bad in other years of 2K. So he isn't. I
find it interesting that he's doing this list like this, showing the stats for every card. I think that's kind of cool. Takes time though, for sure.
But he gets, with his Evo, his defense goes up to 78 lateral.
That's really good.
He's just like worse.
But he can't shoot at all. He's got 25.
Oakley.
Yeah, he is worse. Charles Oakley.
Shot.
Also D or F.
I get it. He's not the worst defender in the world.
Yeah, he's worthless.
Maurice Lucas and worthless tier. He's
worst offensive card ever.
Charles Oakley is in.
He's 53 speed and he's short.
How the hell
I agree.
Maurice Lucas is so much worse than Oakley. Then we've got
Maxi can shoot.
Kleba can shoot, and
He's slow, but he's got decent defense as well. Maxi Kleba actually is one of the more underrated defensive players in the NBA, I think, legitimately. Like perimeter defensive players as a big. Yeah. 11. This is actually relatively accurate. 80 lateral with clamps. I don't disagree with it. Maxi Kleba is one of the best perimeter defensive bigs in the entire NBA. No joke. So,
he is
not a terrible card.
Player.
He can shoot, and he's got some defense.
It's not bad.
It's easy enough to green. It's not great, but it's not terrible.
Like, if I'm being dead serious with Kleba,
B tier. Maybe C.
Probably C tier.
Slow, but he can shoot. He can play a little bit of defense. So I might put him in B, honestly. But
rebounding in the 70s. I mean, it's hard.
I'm gonna skip through parts of this video just a little bit.
But I don't think I put him below C tier either,
try to not make it too long of a video.
Then we've got Miles Bridges. This guy is an interesting one because a lot of people I know really like this guy. I think he's fine.
He's got a nice jump shot. I like him.
Like, his Evo gives him a 79 3 ball.
Yeah, he's not
bad.
bad.
Get a quick first step.
He can dunk.
He's got terrible laterals.
Shoot. He can dunk, shoot. He's not the slowest card in the world. He's not fast, but he's not crazy slow. He's short for power forward, but he's a decent defender. Not a bad card.
I don't mind his base 86. It's actually a good release. But for me, like, he's okay. He does a job.
He's 6'6".
He has a job on the floor.
He's B tier.
He does it. Like, he will hit shots when he's wide open. I'm putting him in C tier.
I would have put him B, but that's fine.
If you want to put him B tier, I'm cool with that. I'm putting him in C. And
nothing to disagree with so far. I'll just say that.
Yeah.
Again, nothing significant.
Cool with that. Next, we got Bob Pettit. This release is so cash. This set shot 14.
It was ass last year. It might be good now.
Curry. Is this the Pro 8 between the legs? Because he literally...
No, that's Pro 2, isn't it?
Handle the ball. He's got 72 ball handle, which is not terrible for a power forward.
Yeah, I haven't tried this card, honestly.
Yeah, he can get quick for his step. I don't have it on.
He's slow, though. So quick for step.
His defense, he's a terrible lateral.
Terrible.
I'm just putting it out
and
there.
He's short.
But at center, this guy is like better.
I probably wouldn't play him at power forward, and he's short. I don't know.
There are like poor guys that I would consider poor man Serge Ibaka. This guy feels like better Serge Ibaka. I don't even know why. Like,
well, then put him in A tier. I don't think he's S tier because of his speed.
His set shot 14 with upper one, that is so cash. Trust me on this.
I'll take his word for it.
Set shot 14 is the best.
It sucked last year, though. It was bad last year, but
like it was you couldn't shoot from the corners in current gen last year. I love set shot 14. And like, if you guys
it was hard to green last year too, honestly.
Bob Pettit's going S tier. Bob Pettit, for me, is equally like him.
He went S.
I think Pettit's probably the best.
Card is so
Then we got the slow. New Boyan.
Hey, whatever. Boyan is actually not bad. Chicken jumper. A lot of good jumpers in this game, but so easy to green. Slow.
That's a
relatively okay defense, I guess.
So we can be using Sapphire Weeks Unlimited.
Yeah, for Sapphire is good.
84 3 ball. 87 free throw.
I don't know.
Got good lateral. Bronze clamps. Moderately good driving.
Good shooter. Got a little bit of defense. He looks like Cliff Hagan at
a lot of good shooting badges.
Power forward, kind of.
Really decent release.
It's a good release. It's a very good release. I love 75. I think it's really good.
He's just better Jaden McDaniels.
Yeah, put him in A tier. That's fine.
I'm
gonna skip part of this. We don't need the comparison.
Moderately good drive.
Why am I going backwards? Am I okay?
Boyan's got better. That's probably a fair spot for him.
I said A tier is fine. So I have not disagreed with anything so far.
There's like some good ones. It's kind of weak.
Oh.
40 speed. Look, I don't mind set shot
40 speed is pretty slow.
That's it.
He can shoot.
He shoots and plays a little bit in the post.
6'9".
He's good enough offensively.
Didn't we get a Ruby Brian Cook last year that couldn't shoot at all? Was that somebody else? Maybe it was Brian Grant. It's probably Brian Grant. But yeah, I mean, he can shoot a little bit.
Defensively, so like he's
slow.
Rebounding.
It's not a bit tall.
It didn't feel good when I played with him.
He's probably B or C.
I mean,
I guess he can shoot, but he's so.
He's definitely better than Charles Oakley.
I agree with C tier.
Now we have got a guy right here who has a special place.
Worthless.
He has a special place in my
It's got to be worthless, right? He can't shoot at all, and he's slow.
What the hell is Danny Manning Diamond? I do not know what that card is.
Diamond Danny Manning is a collection reward for not even a collection reward. I think he's a card collector reward, but I don't know how many cards. Nobody has him yet, I don't think.
So Carlos Boozer is a special place in my heart. Mainly because this guy has got Silver Beyblade, and I used him to easily destroy the CPU in all the Jazz challenges.
Sure, use him
absolutely demolish
against CPU. Go ahead.
So it's like
Got 50 speed and a 33.3, and he's not even that tall. Gross. Worthless.
Sorry, Boozer. You're terrible.
Thank you.
You're terrible. Now we got Danny Manning. What is this card?
Collection reward
He's a
card.
collector reward.
Nobody's used him though.
Someone has got him. Because there's someone with like 1,300 cards.
I don't think you
I
can
think
get him at
somebody has
1,300
got
cards. Actually, I don't know where you get him, so maybe that's true.
It's
But
possible at Houston.
I haven't seen any gameplay with him, so I don't know how good he is.
But Danny Manning, 78 speed, 70 acceleration, 73 ball.
He can
80
shoot with
driving
that
dunk,
if his
bad
jumper's
lateral,
okay.
Good in the post.
He can dunk.
This card sucks.
Eh,
This card really sucks.
no, it doesn't. Amari release is kind of
basic
gross,
behind
though.
five. Man, this card
Okay, yeah,
stinks.
you're right. He's not very good. For a diamond,
Boyan
it's better than a
over
lot
this
of cards
card.
on this
Jaden
good list. But
McDaniels probably over this card.
okay, maybe not
Let
that
me chuck
gassed.
this card into B tier.
He might be. He's probably A.
This is a
but
freaking diamond. This is a diamond.
it's a
card.
bad diamond, yeah, for sure.
He's down here in B, in a weak position. Next we got Saric. Saric is a 78 3-ball. His speed's bad, but
He's a slightly worse Chris Boucher, probably. Because, they're probably about the same, honestly.
bad. He can play center. His
Him and
release is
Boucher are
okay.
about the same card, I think,
Base
in terms
7.
of how good they are.
It's the Kersey
But,
release.
what's his
Really
name?
good post.
Boucher's better, in my
Silver,
opinion. I like his
Silver
jumper
Beyblade,
more. So.
which is upgradable. So
What is it with this
he's a
silver
very nice
Beyblade?
player. He was someone that I really
dude.
liked for the first couple of
Post spins aren't even that OP, I
And if
don't
I'm
think,
being
but
dead
whatever.
Serious,
Pretty
Saric
much
is B tier.
B, that's fine.
This tier list, Saric is B tier.
Yeah, Boucher's A,
No question,
Sarge is
he's
B.
the best player
Sure.
in B tier as well. Like you could argue Saric up there with Boucher. You can argue Saric in A tier, and I might move Saric up.
I probably
But like Saric is good.
He's the
Then we got
slightly
David
worse
West.
Boucher.
Um,
Can David West shoot?
I'm
Because
gonna
if
be
he can
honest,
shoot a
I've
little
never-
bit,
I've
probably
never
not that
used
bad. I used him in draft.
52 speed, 53 point,
Never
51
mind, he
lateral
sucks.
quickness. Moderately good post game.
I didn't actually
Base
really use him in
40.
the draft. Base 40 is
So
fine.
he's got a decent mid range, I guess.
Can't really dunk. He's super slow.
I reckon
He's D tier. Maybe worthless.
C.
No, he
D
can't
tier?
shoot at
Screw
all.
it,
He's
screw
slow.
it.
Yeah,
He's-
D tier.
Charles Oakley belongs in C tier.
Yeah, I guess.
If he's going D tier, Charles Oakley belongs in C tier.
I don't know. He's basically worthless.
We
That
had
David
Derek
West.
Coleman.
Can
Derek
Coleman
Coleman
shoot? His cards typically can
Has
shoot a little
got
bit.
an
Yeah, he can.
83 ball, 33 speed, 46 lateral.
Ugh.
Post game. He
He's
is
a
literally
Mediocre
Session
pop with
14 as
no
well, yeah.
athleticism at all.
I've loved Session 14 since 2K19 though.
Zedshot 14 sucked
He's
last
just
year.
Brian Cook. Screw it. You're going down here. Brian Cook. He's literally just Brian Cook.
Yeah, actually, that's a pretty good comparison. I mean,
Oh,
David
this
West
is
is David West is significantly worse than all the other cards in D tier, though. They can at least do something on the court. David West doesn't give you much of anything.
Oakley, you're going back down, I guess.
I don't know.
Then we got Dirk Nowitzki.
There really aren't very many
And
good.
this dude cooks
good
me every time
power
I've ever
forward
come up against
primaries,
him.
are
I
there?
don't know what is 30 speed, 25 lateral, 77.
Yeah, Dirk
free ball.
sucks. I don't know how you're
Very
getting
good
cooked by
post.
Dirk. I'm
His
sorry.
badges aren't very good. His release is shocking. But for some reason, he hits every single white with that bronze sniper badge. And
I don't know.
he hits...
I
Even
don't know.
because he's 6 foot tall with bronze mismatch expert, he just shoots in people's face and they
D
can't
tier.
contest it. Dirk Nowitzki.
And I love Dirk. My favorite player of all time.
Is he? Am I overrating him? Yes.
Yes, you're
But
overrating him.
Every time I play against this guy, I struggle to deal with him.
He's
I've never used him myself.
Worse than Derek
Except
Coleman
for like
and Brian
literally
Cook,
like my
probably.
first 2 games.
So
But he is dominated against
that release
him,
is
so I
awful too.
cannot
I can't wait
justify
till they change Dirk's release. Well, hopefully they do
him
because they did last year, but
below
we'll see.
C tier. I really
This
can't.
position sucks, by the way. These
Maybe
cards
Semantics
stink.
is a bonus.
None of these cards
This
are
guy
guys I
right
would
here,
run in my
74
lineup.
free. Base 10. If he didn't
I
have
don't
Kid
know.
Upper, he'd be
Haven't
decent
used
tier.
Sabonis.
Because on Penny, that's not too bad. Great post game. Silver
This
Beyblade.
position sucks.
This
Holy
card's pretty
crap.
Good. 59 speed's not bad. You got 49 lateral, which isn't great, but still.
No,
Like,
it's
we're
pretty
looking
bad.
D tier here for Arvidas Sabonis. So if you manage to get him, you're getting a good.
That's
good player.
DeMontis, but good
Then
try.
we got Draymond. Draymond Green.
Draymond is S
This
tier.
guy does not
With this
miss when he's
position,
open.
Draymond's
His
S tier.
release is not fast.
Because sheesh, this
If you don't
gross.
already know, Grammarly is an online tool that can help you with any writing you do.
Nice
in your
ads,
day-to-day
W
life.
ads.
The free version.
He doesn't miss when he's open. 83
His
ball,
jumper's
base
super
12.
easy to green. He can play some
He's
defense.
also got
And he's not one of the
75
slower
driving
power
dunk,
forwards, so.
75 lateral, 79 perimeter defense. He's got 84 offensive rebounding, 77 ball handle, 77 speed with ball. He's got silver clamps, a bunch of gold badges, Draymond Green.
S tier,
As far
easily.
as power forwards go, like, I'm looking at the rest of this
Are there
list,
any?
and I'm
Like Gus Gerard is not
there
on this
more
list. Glenn
power
Robinson
forward
isn't.
three players that are, like, without
Kawhi.
question
Guys who people
better
run
than
at power forward
Draymond
are not
Green.
there. No.
Like Draymond
He's
Green,
S tier. Tim Duncan's S tier.
Then Elton Brand. So Elton Brand
And I don't know.
has never had a good card in the history of my team. In his history of my team. And this card is also not a very good card.
39.
Decent post player. Don't get me wrong, decent
Elton
post player.
Brand
He's
needs
got
to get
pretty
a
good
juiced
lateral.
card sometime.
But, I mean, dude is 6'9" and can't shoot, so getting the D tier. You're
Yeah, I
not
don't
quite worthless. He's basically imagine if Carlos Boozer played a bit more defense.
Sure, go for it. I don't
Basically what
care.
you're getting with this guy.
I'm gonna be honest.
Then we got
These
Elvin
cards
Hayes.
are so god awful.
Elvin Hayes
most
has
part.
got 53 ball, 63 speed, only
Like,
50 lateral.
I'm looking at
decent
this list.
post game.
Siakam's S
He's
tier,
again,
maybe.
He's like,
I don't
he's
know.
D tier.
Jeff Green,
He's
are
not
they
very
S
good.
tier cards?
Like, who's using this guy in game?
Tim Duncan has a
Like, who's
53 ball and he's
genuinely-
S tier
Genuinely using
because he can
Elvin
drop
Hayes
step.
in game.
Nobody.
Next,
Worthless.
We've got George McDaniels. This guy used to be a beast in 2Ks. Again, like 2K
He might get a
50.
decent card this year. He got a pink diamond card that
60 speed. Got
could
good
have been good
acceleration,
last year,
though.
but
Good
nobody
post
used it
game. He can
at the
actually
time.
hit a wide open corner three.
It's true, he
Actually
can.
Base, you know,
I don't
that's
know
a
what that
greenable
jumper is.
release. And he's got like the catch and shoot corner specialist badges. Decent lateral.
Yeah,
George McGinnis is not very good.
he's
still way
better than a lot of these cards. So C tier, sure.
So then we got Giannis
Move Miles
Antetokounmpo.
Bridges up to B tier and Maxi
So
Kleba too
Giannis-
with these cards, but whatever.
He's slow. Can't shoot. Can't move laterally.
Yeah, Giannis has 66
Doesn't get any
speed.
badges.
That's like
But
disrespectful.
For some reason, he's like got like a good post fadeaway.
What's his post fade? I didn't
But
even
he's
see.
Giannis.
He's Giannis. When he gets a good card, he's going to be the best.
He's Giannis. He's going C tier.
Go
Just
for
'cause
it.
He's Giannis.
He's always
This
great in
guy's a D tier
2K.
or worthless tier level player in terms of like.
These
stats
are
and
worthless level
But, like,
players.
He's Giannis.
There shouldn't even be a worthless
got
tier on
Horace
this.
Grant.
Honestly, there's too many
60
tiers.
speed, 36 3 ball.
Another
66
worthless
lateral.
card.
Good post game.
Just gonna say this right
No
now.
real defense.
I'm skipping to where he puts them on a tier list. Never use any of these cards. D tier and down. Honestly, C tier and down at this point, with the exception of maybe Miles Bridges and Max Kleba. And I guess maybe Giannis if you want to cheat. But he's not even good at this point. These cards all suck. There's too many tiers on this list. There's not very many good. I don't even know about the Sabonis card. Probably don't use him either. There's just so many cards on this list that just are not good cards at this point in the year. It's really too early in the game to be doing a tier list almost, I feel like. I mean, I understand it's DBG and that's kind of content. I'm reacting to it, so. But there's these cards all suck. Anybody C tier and below, pretty much don't use them.
Like there's been
That's
some
all I'll say.
guys that are in like D tier and some of the tier lists. Like,
Later in the year, we'll
Durant
get to the
stuff,
point where
I'm
some
like,
C and D tier
okay,
cards will be useful.
I think,
But right now,
I
they
put
suck.
Ben Gordon in D tier, and Ben Gordon is is so much better than these guys. Ben Gordon's so
I
much
don't know.
better as a 2 guy than all these guys are power forward. But next we have got this guy is so damn good. It's James Worthy.
Can he shoot?
This guy is so
He can
good.
shoot. 75's 3. Okay.
Dream
I've used
shake
him. He's
into
good.
post spin technician. That is the most open. It literally glitches these 2 badges here on gold. Glitch the AI and you get a wide open dunk every single time on post spins. 81 speed, 82 lateral, 80 driving, 85 post.
This dude
85 post
DBG.
spin, a 3-pointer with base 22 to
I like have done like 3 post spins this year. My post up game is drop step or just go up. I mean, I guess I've post spun it a little bit, but like I don't use it that much. I don't feel like it's even that OP. DBG just like adores the post spin. It makes me laugh. But
once you get used to his upper, it's
this
green.
card's not bad. He's got
This
decent
guy
speed.
right
He can
here
dunk.
is
He can shoot.
easily-
He's got defense.
easily the best
Really
player in
good
18.
card.
I might move him up to S tier.
Release is kinda
I
gross,
am
but he can
so
shoot.
high on Worthy. Like,
I didn't realize his 3-pointer was
guy
that high
is
actually. But I was
easily
greening with him
the
in
best
draft.
player in
He's
18.
decent, honestly.
and he's easily the best player in
Darius
A tier for
Miles
now
is
because I
better,
have not
but
gone over Jeff.
James Worthy's good.
Jeff Green,
Jeff Green is S tier.
he doesn't miss.
85 speed, a chicken jump shot. He plays defense. He's
This release is
6'9".
so fast.
He's S tier. With
got
this list, he's
Really
S
good
tier.
speed. Dunks on everyone. Good
He's
lateral
got
and
defense
great
too,
speed.
and he can even like
The
rebound a little
reason
bit.
people have stopped using this guy
Play a little bit
is because
interior.
his tier says Ruby. That's
No, but
simply the only
he's
reason.
S tier.
This guy is with James Worthy in a 1A and 1B for
I would put Jeff Green
this
in
A
S tier.
is
His jumper's
the gap
better than
between A
Worthy's.
tier-
Worthy's upper is the grossest thing I've ever seen in my life.
B tier's okay.
It's the same upper that he and Chris Webber had early in the
Still
year
though.
last year. If y'all remember that.
Still, we got some ridiculous
I don't
talent out here in A tier. Then we got Jermaine O'Neill, 75
35
speed,
35
66
3.
lateral, great post game.
I didn't know
he's
this was a
got
card.
awesome
I'm
post
gonna
game
be completely
technician.
honest.
He's like a Tim Duncan type player, without the.
He looks like a
punch
worse
badge.
Tim Duncan.
He's okay. He's okay.
He can't shoot at
This
all.
card looks good. This card
Yeah.
looks like a nice interior
Probably
center.
a B tier card.
I'm gonna put him A tier. I don't know how you get him. I don't know
I
who's got him.
guess. I mean, that
But,
means
like, looking
Danny
at his
Manning's probably
stats,
A
I
tier
know for a
too, but
fact he's
whatever.
gonna be a very, very solid inside center. And
Yeah,
post game
he's gonna
matters
get
this
killed
year,
though by the
especially
taller
early
centers,
in the
I
year.
think, because
Especially
Jermaine
early
O'Neill
in
wasn't
the
very
year,
tall.
post game matters.
If I remember correctly.
So we're going with that. Then we
Jerry
have
Lucas is a good
Lucas.
pop.
Now this
No lateral,
the-
but he's
the
a
best
good
way I can
pop.
describe Jerry Lucas. He is a worse Bob Pettit.
Yeah.
He is Bob Pettit, but worse at everything.
Sure.
Like
Follow me.
that's simply it. He is Bob Pettit, but he is slightly worse at everything.
6'8".
He's slightly smaller, slightly lesser wingspan.
He doesn't play defense,
He's,
but he can shoot.
Slightly slower, a slightly worse shooter. Yes, he's got Ray Allen base, but he has a chest pass upper, which kind of counteracts that. Still not a terrible release, but
Oh my
me, it's not
gosh.
base.
I'm reacting to
He's
this video right now, and Ty just dropped his reaction to this power forward tier list. So if y'all made it to this point in this video after Ty already dropped a video on reacting to this, I appreciate y'all, because this is probably not going to get very many views. But that's okay. I appreciate y'all watching. Hope y'all are enjoying the video and me basically complaining about how bad the power forward position is, because it's rough right now. Look at these cards.
Karl Malone next. I don't know how I feel about Karl Malone. Like... I mean, like 57 speed, 50 acceleration.
Yeah, terrible. This is a worthless card. Put him in D tier.
Right, he dunks on people. He's good in the post. Like, I mean,
yeah, worthless card.
Like if you look at some of these stats, like he does have high stats in like 13 very, very different important things in game. But like, I can't justify putting Karl Malone, even though I had a great experience with him in the draft, above D tier. So we have Kenyon Martin. So Kenyon Martin has got 64 speed, no real 3-ball, set shot 7, no real lateral, but he dunks him.
My thing is, if a card is slow and can't shoot the ball at all, and they're not Wilt, Shaq, or Tim Duncan, I don't want them, to be honest. And Wilt and Shaq aren't slow. Tim Duncan, I don't really know. I'm not sure if he's on a slow or not. I haven't looked at his stats in a while. But, like, these cards are all kind of worthless.
D-tier.
Yeah.
Half in his list
I agree with DBG, honestly. Most of these cards are not very good.
like
Anybody
not great
C?
defenders.
Well, definitely
I
D,
mean,
but even C.
maybe you could argue, you
I
know,
don't really want him
Kenyon
very
Martin
much.
C tier because he's got decent lateral.
No.
That's where he's going.
He can't shoot.
Next
He's
we've
slow.
got Kevin Durant. So Kevin Durant is
He can at least shoot. His release is
a
good.
very, very solid.
And his dribble sticks are actually going to be decent, too. He's got, like, a nice
76
crossover
release
and
is
stuff,
decent
so.
green. He's another one. Him and Dirk are two of the players I just struggle with so much to start. He doesn't play any defense, but he hits wide open and is a good player builds. I'm tempted to put Kevin Durant up to B tier. I'm putting Kevin Durant in B tier. I don't think he's bad. I really do not think this card is bad at all. So Kevin Garnett, I'm just gonna put him, or Kevin Durant, I'm gonna put him there in B tier.
I don't disagree with the way this list is, so I don't know.
Yeah, he's not.
KG, isn't he awful? He can't even shoot a mid-range. Yeah, he's 59 shot mid.
Base 58, which was
he's
his
slow,
old
can't
jump
shoot.
He set shot 14 last year.
Yuck. I like base 58, though. When he gets a good
49
card, he'll actually be
speed,
nice if they don't
40
screw his
lateral
jumper up.
quickness,
Last year they gave him
bad post-game.
14, which was bad. This year it might be better, I don't know.
You have a
But
chance to be a good card in game.
No.
As of right now, Kevin
he
Garnett,
could be.
you are
He's
a
not right now.
worthless player.
Look at these cards.
Then we
These
got
cards
Kevin
all
Love.
stink.
Kevin
For the
Love,
most part.
83 3-ball, 45
He's
speed,
way better
45
at center.
acceleration,
Way
no
better at
lateral.
center.
Dude's a shooter.
He's way better at center.
If you try to do anything,
But he doesn't even defend on the interior,
and
so.
I mean anything other than shoot the ball with Kevin Love, he is terrible.
Yep,
For
but he
that
can
reason,
shoot.
like some people
He's
swear
C tier,
Kevin
though,
Love's
because of
best
how
power
bad the
forward
cards
in
are.
the game. I'm putting Kevin Love in A tier.
You're putting him in A?
I just think that he is.
He's horrendous on defense, but I guess you put DeMontis Sabonis in B, so sure,
but
go put him in
there are
A.
a lot of situations
I'd
where
put him
he
in
is
B,
Kevin
but
Love's a massive liability.
I put Sabonis in C or D.
Again,
I'd
he's
never
just a
use that
much
card.
worse
Whatever.
version.
Anyways.
Then
Larry
we got
Nance,
Jr.
he can at least shoot a
Larry
wide
Nance
open
Jr.,
three,
67
I
three-ball,
guess.
65 speed, 61 lateral. Terrible.
67 is
Yes, he can
makeable
dunk
this
the
year.
ball. How important is dunking the ball in the game this year? I don't know.
He's not D tier.
Going into worthless. So then we got Lowry.
He has at least a little bit of speed in defense. There are cards that worth us like 50 speed or in D, it's like 50 speed and a 38 3-ball. Like, okay, whatever.
This guy, he's 7 foot tall.
What do I know?
7 foot wingspan.
Not the slowest card.
But he's got sniper.
Can't play any defense. He can shoot.
Rebounds okay. Good in the post. Good 3-ball. Not slow either.
He's better than Kevin Love.
Lateral.
Probably.
He's not bad.
He's probably better than Kevin
Like,
Love.
I'm looking.
It's close though.
Either
if you put Kevin Love in
or
A,
best in B. He's up there with Sarge.
He's better than Kevin Love, I think. I think
this is a fair spot for
Maybe not.
B tier. But he's good. He's genuinely good. So then we've got Michael Porter Jr. So Michael Porter Jr. is 6'10" with a 7 foot wingspan, 85 3-ball, 80 speed.
One of the better cards on this list. No defense at all, but offensively he's pretty good.
That is the biggest lie in the game. His 80 speed. He feels so slow.
Yeah, he does feel slow. I agree. I don't know why.
I don't love Michael Porter Jr.
Because some tall cards don't feel that
MPJ
slow.
in B tier.
But whatever.
I know some people put him in A tier.
It's just the way the cards are this year. I think they're making smaller cards faster. But MPJ does feel slow. I agree.
He legitimately.
But Jermaine O'neill. MPJ's a better defender on the perimeter than a lot of the guys in A tier simply because, I don't know, he just looks better. Yeah.
MPJ shoots well.
MPJ should be better than he is. I agree. I think offensively he doesn't play as good as his stats say, but he's not a bad card. I'd still put him in A tier probably, considering the way this list is. I mean, you got Domantas Sabonis in B tier, so.
But for me, he doesn't do anything else. But he doesn't rebound well. Despite iconic for me because he was the very first legend player I ever got in 2K back in 2013.
Oh my goodness. 33, 30 speed, no lateral. The card sucks.
Can't play defense or shoot.
Yeah, that's a worthless card.
He's in D tier.
So that's a D tier card, but Larry Nance is worthless. Okay.
Thorpe, Karl Malone, Hayes, Elton Brand, David West are all the exact same card.
Yeah, and Larry Nance is better than all of them because he can at least make a wide open three.
Siakam is really
Siakam's damn near S tier on this list. I'm not kidding. He can shoot and he can play defense.
Good lateral. He's
and he
good
can
at
even dunk a little bit. He is good at everything. Facts.
He plays good defense. He can play a little bit at center. He is definitely better at power forward. Siakam, getting to S tier.
Thank you. I agree. With this list, 100% agree. I was worried he's going to try to put him in B tier or something.
Against in TT offline, I've seen like one person in the world get him.
Rui Hachimura. That card doesn't exist. He was a weekly spin card, I think, but I haven't seen anybody get him. Maybe somebody has, but I haven't seen him. So,
I mean,
he can shoot. He's not the slowest card in the world. He can dunk. Not the worst defender in the world.
Shoots the ball well.
He's 55 mellow base.
Well. He's somewhat faster power forward.
I didn't know that. But it was last year, so I mean he had the jumper last year, the mellow base. So maybe 55 is mellow base. I don't know. Sure.
Serge Ibaka.
S tier.
Now this is the best token reward in the game possibly.
No, Kyrie's better.
Including pink diamonds.
And Mitch
Richmond.
Richmond.
He is just better Chris Boucher. 90 driving dunk, 70 lateral, which is not terrible.
Agreed.
He's a little bit slow, but
I like him better than
three-pointer.
Most every card on this list, to be honest. His release is so easy to green. He at least plays a little bit of defense.
Into S tier.
Thank you.
Serge
I agree.
Ibaka is going all the way up in S tier.
I'd probably run him over Pettit too, even though DBG wouldn't.
Underrated players in the game, Sharif Abdur-Rahim.
I have no idea. 84 3, 75 speed is pretty good. This is an A tier card.
And solid post game.
This is an A tier card. Yeah.
So he does kind of everything except.
What's his jumper?
The ball out of his hands, he does everything.
Click on his jumper. What is that?
Again, do I know what base 34 is? Oh,
it's Paul Millsap's jumper. That's not even that bad.
That was Millsap's release.
That's not a bad jumper, honestly.
He will hit shots. Is he good enough to go into A tier? No.
Yeah, he is.
To B tier? Yes. Then
I think he's good enough for A tier, honestly. But okay.
This player right here is the most confusing player of all in my team.
Him and MPJ are very similar.
What do you guys think of when you guys think of Thaddeus Young?
Yeah,
do you guys think of some like hybrid small forward, power forward, some guy who was like a lot of time you've seen as too
power forward
as
like center is interesting.
Power forwards, and then he was able to take the smaller, the old school small forwards.
I wonder where he's going with this.
Small forwards into the post. Do we think of a mismatch problem, an ultra athletic mismatch problem, who was a very very solid defensive player? Is that what we think of when we think of Thaddeus Young? What we don't think of is a slow and who could occasionally hit jump shots. What we don't think of is a slow guy who can't really shoot the three ball, who's
but it's early in the year, so what are you gonna do? Because Thad Young was a really good all-around player. That's the thing. So it's early in the year. You kind of have to balance everything. I mean, the post game's a little higher than I'd put it for sure. And 99 hands is just to make his overall higher. Same with like 90 hustle and stuff. But it's early in the year. That's just how the game is. He'll get a really good card this year, like always. 99 intangibles as well. He just has the 99 shot IQ. He has all the badges and the stats that you don't need good stats.
This is not any version of Thaddeus Young in history. These are just random stats.
We'll get a better Thaddeus Young
player build. I get it. Dude still got weight base.
He's D tier.
He's still going to be decent at different stages this year. But Thad Young, get into C tier.
All right, sure. Follow me. D tier's awful, so maybe you're right.
This is a not bad card. The problem is that it's very evident that 2K, whoever made the stats for Thaddeus Young, put in random stats for Thaddeus Young, and had maybe looked at his stats for one season and tried to base it off that, but had never watched Thaddeus Young play.
Okay. Anyways, he's not the slowest card in the world at all. Can't shoot the
53 ball, which he hits very consistently from his hot zone corner.
Does he? I haven't tried that.
Duncan base, which is slow, but again, that makes it easier to green with the low rating.
Can he actually green from the corner?
Lads.
He probably can, because I saw RJ Watts green with Wilt a couple days ago at 37-3 or something. So yeah, he's S tier because he drop steps everybody. He plays defense.
Duncan's going to S tier.
Great card.
Okay, So now
He
we've
plays
got
the way the
Tom
meta should be,
Chambers.
the way the meta is right
So
now, which is
Tom
kind of sad,
Chambers
but
is an
just
interesting
paint
card.
mash.
So he's 6'10",
And good
with
interior
7'1"
defender
wingspan.
as well.
A decent 3-ball.
His release
Okay
is god
speed.
awful, but he can dunk.
Good
He's not
driving
slow,
dunk.
and he can shoot.
I don't know how he gets into a position to dunk it though. With solid post game and not horrific lateral.
And
He's
an
got
awful
set shot
release,
16. And
which
the
is
chest
horrendous. Horrendous.
muscle. That's a problem.
Don't show
He's
this
got goal
horrendous.
post spin. He's gonna dunk it on people.
Yeah.
He's not terrible.
He's not
The
terrible.
chest pass
His release
upper
is terrible. If he had a good release, he'd be a decent card.
He's one tier downgrade.
Yeah, it is. He's right, actually.
So then we
But
got
his
2K19
base is terrible
God
too. It's not
himself.
just the upper, so.
We've got the 2K19 God himself.
He's just god awful.
Gugliotta. They took away his
Gugliotta.
base 11 and gave him Aaron Gordon base.
Aaron Gordon, which
Last
is
year we only had one
insane.
Gugliotta, and he
Yeah.
came out in like.
Did you get a pink diamond
He came
Gugliotta last
out
year?
in.
Or a diamond?
Pretty sure the last 2 years you only had one
I don't
Gugliotta.
remember. I
And
don't
both of them
remember.
came out like very early. We had an Amethyst Gugliotta last year, and then we had a token war
Didn't we get
Gugliotta
a
in 20.
Diamond? Or
But,
pink diamond Gugliotta last year?
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
hard
know.
to believe that. Like, I'm pretty sure it was. Was it the first of? Like, he's C tier, but just about.
C tier, sure,
Then
go
we
for it.
got Udonis Haslam. Like,
Probably a worthless
hate
card,
having to do
right?
this.
Slow,
'cause
can't shoot.
again, I'm a
He's
new
D
card.
tier though.
He can't really.
He's
shoot
not
the
as
ball.
slow or as bad of a.
He's not-
Yeah,
he's
he's a better
small.
defender than some of the guys too. He's D
not
tier.
good. I'm telling you, this card is not good. He's not quite worthless,
He's D tier if the other guys are worthless. So, or if the other guy's D tier.
but he's D.
And then Zach Randolph, who probably
Then we
can't shoot
have
either.
got Zebo.
I'm guessing.
To end the list, we have got Zebo.
What's his
Zach
3-pointer?
Randolph.
78. Okay, so he can shoot a little bit.
78 3-ball.
All right, that's fine.
Post moves. 62 lateral and some good defensive badges.
Yeah, he's not
with a
terrible.
wide player build.
Not
His
terrible.
release is iffy at best. If I'm talking about Zach Randolph,
Not an awful card though. So
it's a tough one. It's like, do I put Zach Randolph in
He's-
C tier or B tier?
no, he's C tier. He's not D tier for sure.
I think
But
just
he's C tier.
to keep everything even,
He's not B tier
just to
for
make
sure.
this literally a pyramid. It's not a pyramid, a perfect distribution.
Whatever this anime. Yeah.
It is perfectly distributed. It's a perfect.
All right, so there's the tier list. Go sub to DBG if y'all haven't. I appreciate y'all watching this video if you did watch. But yeah, I mean, this DB, the power forward position is pretty gross, especially the primary power forward position. A lot of the guys who are running at power forwards aren't power forwards. I mean, you got guys, a lot of the main power forwards that people are running right now, for the most part, are Gus Gerard and Glenn Robinson, and then I guess Draymond are the guys who people are running at power forward. Maybe Pascal Siakam, Jeff Green, guys like that. But like, there aren't that many good power forwards. There just aren't. You look at this list. I mean, half the guys in B tier are not good cards. In all honesty, everything below B tier is not basically a good card, with the exception of maybe Maxi Kleber, Miles Bridges. I mean, nothing here is very appetizing, I think. So, and that's okay because we're at the early stage of the year, but it's just a weak position. So, case being, I mean, power forward position is not that good. I don't honestly have that big of an issue with where he ranked anybody, to be completely honest. I think he actually did a decent job. I just think putting Larry Nance Jr. in worthless is kind of dumb when half the guys in D tier are worse than him. But I mean, honestly, the cards I thought were S tier, he put in S tier, so I'll say that, except for Jeff Green. So honestly, I think he did a decent job with the tier list. It wasn't bad. So if you did enjoy the video, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.